Good Friday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on the 8th of May, 2015. It's a warm and somewhat foggy morning out there for many areas where visibilities are being reduced by stratus and fog along Kennedy and International and Newark this morning. 1 mile, 1/16th of a mile, 1/4 of a mile, 1/8 of a mile. And the visibilities are improving this morning. Temperatures are at or above normal levels for this time of the year, all focused in the mid-50s, with generally calm winds or a south direction. And under this fog is beginning to burn off, and we're going to have a nice day with sunshine building in across the forecast region this morning. Morning pass of the visible satellite imagery this morning shows the fog bank across southern Connecticut to all of the North Shore and South Shores of Long Island, including most of Long Island, and then down the coastal plain here from Monmouth County down to Ocean County and further inland just south and west of Philadelphia, and also through the Delmarva. Notice the clear skies with the fog completely burned off as we make our way through central and northern New Jersey and the Hudson River Valley and interior northern and central Connecticut as well. Take a look at the water vapor channel. We have lots of dry air in the mid and the upper levels of the atmosphere. That means sinking air, and that means warming and compression over the northern mid-Atlantic today. So even though we have some fog across coastal regions this morning, that will burn off and skies will begin to mix out with sunshine predominantly through the afternoon. And basically, if we look at the radar composites, there is no precipitation occurring at this time. Let's see if we can go back here to the southeastern United States, and this is where we have subtropical storm Anna with some of the bands of rain and convection beginning to move close to the coastal shores here of South Carolina, the northern areas of South Carolina, coastal regions like Myrtle Beach and just offshore, just to the south of that near Georgetown, South Carolina as well. But for our region today, this is going to be a dry forecast. Morning surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows the high pressure ridge right over the top of us over the New Jersey, New England area down to the northern mid-Atlantic. Here's subtropical storm Anna about 180 miles south of Myrtle Beach this morning, and it's moving just to the north-northwest at about 1 mile an hour, which is extremely slow, and it would be meandering over this region until we get into early part of the weekend, and then probably be picked up by this trough and cold front as it heads off the northern and southern mid-Atlantic coast states by Monday night and Tuesday. It's going to be very interesting to watch the interaction with this and this disturbance here in the polar stream. Could have a bout of rainy weather right along the immediate coast, but most of the modeling continues to show that very little contribution from this, and we need contribution of rain across this region where several inches below normal for this time of the year in rainfall deficit. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We have several of these. For this morning, we have an air quality alert in effect to all the areas where you see the greens over the land areas for today. And the code orange air quality alert means that air pollution concentrations within this region will become unhealthy for sensitive groups. So the effects of air pollution can be minimized by avoiding strenuous activity or outdoor exercises. In the gray boxes here, we have air quality alerts and, of course, dense fog advisories. These will be lifted between 9 and 10 a.m. around the New Jersey area, the Delmarva, and also southern Long Island. And for the coastal waters of Long Island and New York, a marine fog advisory until 10 this morning. That will be discontinued after that. And also for the coastal waters of New Jersey, we have a marine advisory until 10 a.m. this morning too. Allergy forecast for pollen broadcasting across the region today right through early next week. It's going to still be on the high side with the late season starting and the dry conditions in place. Oak, birch, maple, and every other tree flourishing. Yes, we know. Medication is a must. Ultraviolet radiational index for your skin is going to be on the high side today and Sunday, moderate side on Saturday, and lower on into the moderate to low side, medium side on Monday, but sunscreen is going to be a must throughout the weekend. And the agricultural forecast from Rutgers University in New Brunswick for northwestern New Jersey and southeastern Pennsylvania. No rainfall through Saturday. Southwest winds at 5 today through tonight. South 5 to 10 on Saturday. Humidity is 35 to 45% today. 90 to 100% tonight. 35 to 45% Saturday. Dew points will be in the upper 50s to low 60s through Saturday. And the drying conditions will be good today and Saturday. There's light dew expected tonight and Saturday night. And 90% sunshine today. 40% sunshine on Saturday. On the aviation and weather deck today, the fog bank has certainly slowed its progress inland, but still get a bit further inland west before sunrise. That's already occurred in Atlantic City, Millville, and Wilmington. They're lifting to LIFR right now, and the rest of the Delaware Valley, sites like northeastern Philadelphia, and Trenton, there's a slight chance of low stratus could reach these airports before the morning hours, but dew point depressions are at least 5 degrees Fahrenheit, so improving conditions. Basically to VFR by mid to late morning. Atlantic City expected to go last, with the winds becoming south at around 5 and cumulus at around 5,000 to 6,000 feet. And during the afternoon, south to southeast winds should increase, become stronger, closer to 10 knots. And it does appear that a sea breeze front will form once again, as it did yesterday. More of a general synoptic scale wind around the surface high. And then during tonight, expect another round of low stratus and fog to develop more inland, although it may be more widespread than it was this morning. Expect most of the impacts to be after midnight tonight, except for Atlantic City and Millville, which will be affected first. Saturday through Monday, VFR, mostly MVFR and IFR fog drizzle stratus likely in most of the terminals. Southeast flow giving way to southwest winds on Sunday. Possible afternoon shower and thunderstorm each afternoon. Better chances across western terminals with the differential heating of the day. Tuesday, MVFR or lower in scattered showers and thunderstorms as a cold front drops through the region. Right now outside of Newark, 54, dew point 52, humidity 93%. The wind is south at 3. There is 5 miles in fog. And after that burns off, we have a nice day with VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia right now is in limited IFR, and they're improving. 58 degrees, dew point 55, humidity 90%. 1 mile in dense fog, and the ceiling is about 200 to 600 feet, but that's improving. And once it does, everything just goes to VFR this afternoon. And starting the tropics out a little bit ahead of schedule, but we have subtropical storm Anna advisory as of about 5 a.m. this morning. Coming in at about 40 knots with max winds 45 knots, central pressure 104 millibars, located 31.6 north, 77.8 west, about 180 miles south of Wilming, southeast of Myrtle Beach. Movement to the north at about 1 mile per hour. And some of the preliminary storm reports off the South Carolina coast this morning shows the effects of astronomical high tides across Charleston, South Carolina, and north in Charleston, as well as some wind from thunderstorms that are approaching and in the outer bands associated with this storm. So tropical storm Anna's low-level warm air is beginning to win out. The upper layers of the atmosphere are still cold core, but is still expected to remain at subtropical or tropical characteristics as we move through the next couple of days. And we just find convection continuing to fire up and wrap around, but there's quite a lot of dry air on the western side, eastern side, that's wrapping into the low-level circulation, so it's going to have a hard time regaining strength. It'll be a weak subtropical storm as it makes its pass, with the outer bands wrapping into the North Carolina coast and southern South Carolina coast, or northern South Carolina coast, as we move through Saturday afternoon. And then the storm will probably make landfall somewhere over the Carolina coast, the southern Carolina coast, as it moves inland, and then just gets absorbed by the upper level ridge flow across the northern America and the mid-Atlantic coast states. And then its contributions on our forecast mean that the chances of rain around coastal sections would be a problem as we head into Monday night and Tuesday. We can see what the WRF, the high resolution hurricane forecast model, wants to take most of the energy off the coast and keep it so through the period. Most of the other global forecasting models do the same thing as well, so there'll probably be very little interaction except for wave action along the coast during Monday night and Tuesday here. And we'll get into the shower and thunderstorm threat in a moment. 850 millibar high resolution hurricane WRF forecast shows the strongest winds at the 850 millibar level approaching the coastline and then remaining offshore on a Monday night and Tuesday morning. And that means that probably not going to have a significant contribution to our wind flow as everything begins to turn around back to the westerly trajectory over the land masses here on Tuesday morning. High resolution rapid refresh model from Penn State's Ewald site takes the fog and burns it away along the coastline. And then high cirrus clouds build in, and differential heating means sea breeze front, and also means the stratus returns to Long Island and coastal New Jersey again, possibly penetrating a little bit further inland this time by tomorrow morning as we head into the future with dry conditions over the interior, but dense fog likely again overnight, early morning hours along the coastlines of New York and New Jersey. Once we get the fog to burn off, temperatures will soar into the upper 70s right along the coast, being cooled off by sea breezes once again along the immediate coast of New Jersey and Long Island. Interior temperatures in the low to the mid 80s during this afternoon. And then the fog takes hold late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and temperatures rebound. Slower at the coast tomorrow and warming back into the 80s again over the interior. Taking a look at the 500 millibar analysis in water vapor. Today we have subtropical storm Anna off the coastline about 180 miles southeast of Myrtle Beach. High pressure dome being blocked over the top of it with sinking air compression, and as the heights rise here, things are going to dry out, warm up, and heat up rapidly during this afternoon and again through the weekend. Our upper level low cut off in the southwest, and this polar disturbance here will all begin to eject east over the weekend through the central plains, and that's going to knock down the ridge axis a little bit, make it further offshore, and pull everything, including Anna or remnants of it, out over the ocean. GFS maps into motion. High pressure over the region. A weak onshore flow late tonight, early tomorrow morning means more stratus and fog burns off. And then we have disturbances in the differential heating of the day, with the trough axis beginning to set up across the Great Lakes, and then a subtropical storm Anna having an interaction very little with our region, but definitely is going to increase the onshore flow. Most of the modeling, including the GFS, the CMC, and the European model guidance, suggests that as this storm system ejects and cold front ejects in the polar stream across the Great Lakes and drives a cold front through our region on Monday night, on Tuesday actually, the storm will get picked up, Anna, and its remnants, and move off the coastal waters, so very little interaction, but we could find some showers and thunderstorms around the region scattered about into at least Tuesday afternoon before the northwesterly flow takes hold. Upper level trough swings through with a secondary cold front, and temperatures begin to slide their way back down again with dry conditions as we approach the mid to the later part of next week, and the air mass will return to near to slightly below seasonal levels once again. Well, we need the rain, but unfortunately probably going to have just about a third or even a quarter of an inch of rainfall from this contribution on Monday night and Tuesday and early Wednesday before everything clears out. So that's not a lot of rain, and most places won't receive much of any of all, unfortunately. And we'll just be waiting to see how all of this interacts and plays out. Meanwhile, you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll be back on Monday morning. For Garden State Weather, gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, I'm forecaster Robert Smith.